Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Halloween Horror Month. This is day 2. We're talking about Rumpelstiltskin from 1995, which is an interesting one. I had heard about it. I knew that once upon a time ago, Movie Dumpster had covered it. And then it was CCH, Christian Hannah Horror, or Planet CCH, what are you going to call him. He showed that this was at Walmart. It's a TerraVision release. Yeah, I'm going to show it to you quickly. It's a TerraVision release. Actually, I would have done the haul video by now, but TerraVision release. I like this slipcover better. Because look at that's what not a big fan of that. I thought maybe it was reversible. No, it's a TerraVision release, Blu-ray. It was only $17. That's not a bad price at a Walmart, nonetheless. For something that I guess is out of print. But yeah, it's from 1995 and it's directed by Mark Stone? Jones. Mark Jones, who also directed a Leprechaun, me dear. Yes, Leprechaun. And yeah, it's got that feel because I wasn't sure I was going to pick it up. So I looked it up on YouTube and I found a clip of Rumpelstiltskin driving a motorcycle and I went, yep, I'm buying it. And that scene in particular feels like something from the creator of Leprechaun. That's what it feels like. So, the story is that back in the 15th century, Rumpelstiltskin, an actor that you've probably seen before, but you won't be able to tell underneath this costume. He steals a baby, and because we eventually find out that he wants to steal the soul from a baby to live forever, I guess. But he gets stopped and put inside this stone. Many, many moons later, centuries now in 1995, the stone is found by a woman named Shelley who just lost her husband in a cop shootout. It's one of the most overblown cop shootouts ever. Like he's just shot, shooting, and she keeps saying, Russell, Russell, and I just, Russell. I keep thinking of Bully, you know. But yeah, so he dies, and she finds the stone. Apparently, the only way that Rumpelstiltskin can awaken is if he is awakened from a tearful wish. So, that night, she cries upon this stone, wishing that her husband could see their baby. Now, I didn't know that's what the wish was. I thought she wished for him to be alive. I had to read it in Wikipedia, the specifics, and I'm like, so he's alive, and then they, and I gotta do this again, get busy. Have sex. Do it! I don't know how many times I've done that in the last few days. That's a couple days. Yeah. But, yeah, and then she's like, where are you? There, I'm in the shower. She goes in there, and it turns to Rumpelstiltskin. He's like, give me the baby! And you're like, give me the baby, I guess it's my name. And she says, you son of a bitch. Wrong. Like, that counts as a guess. But, like, I guess that it would be too easy if she learns his name and then just says it. Right? Because she learns his name pretty quick. So they kind of make a workaround with that. Like, the legend is he'll steal the baby, or you guess, you make a wish. He gives you either give them your child, or you have to guess his name. Well, here we find out later you have to chant his name 3 times with like fire and hay, basically what it is, or something like that to get rid of him. So he's after the baby, and yeah, no one believes her when they come back. She comes back to show them, he's gone. No one believes him. Leaves her. Yeah, he does show up again, and this time she gets away, but this is where he chases after her with the motorcycle. That doesn't last long, and he gets in this big tanker truck and chases her around. She eventually runs into Max Bergman, who, according to this movie, is an asshole. and he's forced to kind of help her throughout the film. Now he's stuck in it, especially after a cop gets killed by Rumpelstiltskin, and they're like one of the cops now. And there is one thing I didn't like. It's handled well. It's like they go hide out in a hotel or whatever. Then the cops bust in because they find the cop car, and they get arrested. But it doesn't last long because they get arrested, and I'm like, oh, do you really need this? Really, do you really need it? Can it just keep running throughout the movie? Why do we need? Well, because Rumpelstiltskin shows up to get the baby, and he does get a hold of the baby, and he kills all the cops, but they let them out. The sheriff lets him out before he dies, and they're able to go after and stop him. They happen to come across Matilda, this old lady who warned against the stone. I do like it. She's like, oh, old witch lady, warning about the stone. Don't listen to her now. Now you need it now, or something like that. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So, basically what happens is she tells them how to defeat him, and then she dies. We don't need her anymore. Kind of like Old Man O'Grady in Leprechaun, where it's like, you need a 4-leaf clover. And then if we don't see him again, we presume he died in the elevator, I guess. But, yeah, and here it's, you need fire and, what do they call the, hay or whatever, hay or straw, whatever. Fire and straw? I don't know. And then, you have to chant out the magic words, which is just his name 3 times, apparently. Matilda says magic words, and she's like, oh, it's his name. You hit it 3 times. It's like the fairy tale. Yeah, and I guess that makes it work with this, because it's his name that stops him, which is not what does it in Shrek Forever After, even though it's, it should happen. I like the makeup effects on Rumpelstiltskin, by the way. It does remind me of Leprechaun. It's got that look. It looks like it's the same effects team, so, yeah. But he has to go to a cemetery to suck out the child's soul. Johnny is the kid's name. Weird name. And yeah, this is 1995. Jason Goes to Hell came out in 1993, and Jason was after Baby in that one. So, yeah. And they're able to come up with a plan to subdue Rumpelstiltskin, which they do, and then they're able to chant the thing and say the chant and send it back into the stone, and then Max heaves the stone into the river. You don't want to, keep that down and lock and key or anything. No, we got to set up for a sequel that never happened. Yeah, because after they walk away, he's like, I think I need a new job. She's like, yeah, you're no longer in the asshole department, because he saved her and the kid, and he's like, yeah, I can help you take care of the kid, but you change the diaper. And we cut to 3 years later, and it takes 3 years to find it. These kids find the rock. Oh, can we keep it? And the mother has a baby, so it's going to happen all over again. But they never did a sequel to this. I guess it wasn't as popular as Leprechaun, but this is a good movie. I think it stems from there's no big actors in it, which technically, when you get to Leprechaun, there wasn't either. Mark Holton had been in Pee-wee's Big Adventure before this, and Teen Wolf. And Jennifer Aniston didn't really do anything but commercials by that point. And here you don't really have it. Mark Holton has a cameo, and Alice Beasley has a small role as her friend, who dies very quickly in this movie. She's the teacher from Recess. If you don't know who that is, she's the voice of the teacher from Recess. She was also in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Initiation. Yeah. The performance of the guy who plays Rumpelstiltskin is great. He's hamming it up. He knows what kind of movie he's in. When the rest of this movie is acting so serious, he knows what movie he is and everyone else doesn't. They think there's some serious picture, and he's he's on the motorcycle with the sunglasses on. And then at a point where I think he goes off a cliff and he goes, fucketh me. As he goes to fall. Yeah, so, yeah, the guy he's having a hell of a time with this role. He's having a hell of a good time with this role, and he's really just going for it. Yeah. If I do have to criticize something, Max is not someone that she knows. She knows of him because he's like a talk show host, a reporter or something, and she just happens to stumble upon him. And it's not the only time this happens, but like happens to stumble upon him, and he's like in this now. And then she's like, "Oh, we need to go to Matilda, to the store to Matilda. We need help." And they come into your car that just so happens to be Matilda's car. What are the fucking odds here? Like, it's so convenient. It's so convenient about this. It's just, you know. I also called. That was gonna be because it just reminds me so much of Leprechaun, where she's like, "I'm in here." He's like, "I'm in here. I'm in the shower." Like, it's gonna be Rumpelstiltskin, and I'll pop out. Ah, give me the baby. You know, it's like yeah, that's very much in the spirit of Leprechaun, where he, you know, and all the other tips are gonna see. Was it good for you? You know, just the voice and stuff. So, yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it. I can see this being something that I could put on in the background. You know, stocky horror. I don't know if this went to theaters. I think it was one of those direct-to-video movies. I could see that. Especially people who did Leprechaun. Leprechaun went to the theater and like, "Hey, we want you to do this. We're gonna do this movie. We're gonna release a direct-to-video though." So I don't think it went to theaters. I didn't look it up, but yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. I recommend it, actually. It's a fun one. The effects for the deaths, so to say, are decent, I guess. I guess I didn't pay attention enough. I was also having lunch during this, but yeah. I'll say it's pretty good. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on Rumpelstiltskin? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.